Okay. Last class time we discussed the Henry Milberg's theory on roles and responsibility. What is the roles and responsibility of managers in an organization? We studied in the last class. And now, what are the different category interpersonal roles, informational roles, decision-making roles? We discuss all these things and the meaning of each roles. Today we'll discuss more on organization. Organization as a profession, management as a profession, how related to organization the manager role. Since we know the roles and responsibility of manager, how we can lead management as a profession. You are working as a manager, you are doing MBA. So this is as a profession how we can see. This slide you see in the screen, first thing you should have knowledge, well-defined body of knowledge. If you are a successful manager, you should know certain rules and regulations, certain knowledge, certain principles, skills, you should have it. So these are all, how this will come? It will come through your experience, or it will come through different study, knowledge, or instruction, or mentoring. All these written, all the professions are based on the knowledge that can be acquired through institution. Same in case of management. Like you take any profession, legal profession, accountancy profession, chartered accountant profession, cost accountancy profession. So all this has a body of knowledge. So you should acquire those knowledge by studying, passing the exam. So in case of management, you should have a group of knowledge, skills. You should acquire through different source, different institution, different examination, different experience. That is the first thing. You should have one knowledge. Restricted entry. Restricted entry means if you go for any exam, any professional exam like medical, you should have one doctor, medical exam pass करते आधार कार्ड. You should go through a medical college and law exam. If you are a lawyer, advocate, you should be an LLB or LLM, like chartered accountancy or cost accountancy. You should pass through that exam. You should be a member. Then you should have a membership number and certification. Similarly, management will have that degree like MBA. Nowadays, most of the company are recruiting managers like who has MBA degree. You should have MBA degree from some recognized university or college. So that's how it is. Entry is restricted. You cannot have anyone as a manager. You should have proper degree and proper qualification through different institutions, through university or college. So you will be recognized. First thing, you should acquire knowledge, restricted entry, a professional association. All professions are affiliated with professional association that regulates entry, grant certificate of practice, and formulation of code of conduct. If you take example of any profession, medical profession, accountancy profession, chartered accountant profession, law profession, they have a organization, they have a association. So they are member of that association. For example, an Indian lawyer has to be member of a bar council, which regulates their activities. In management, many associations are set up at national and international level, which have the same membership rules and set ethical code. So once you are member of an organization, national organization or international organization, you are aware of many things and that organization regulates your activity. So you have to go through it. First thing is knowledge, skills, then certification, degree, then you are member of the association. These things are required to be a profession, to make management as a profession in your career. Existence of ethical code and conduct. What is code and conduct? Ethical code and conduct. All professions are bound by code of conduct that guides the behavior of its members. All doctors, for example, take the oath of ethical practice at the time they enter into the profession. Suppose ଗୋଟେ doctor ଯେତେବେଳେ certificate ନେଉଛି, then they are taking the oath. ସେମାନେ ଶପଥ ପାଠ କରୁଛନ୍ତି. They have to serve the society. They are in a medical profession. They have to think patient as their own problem, and they are serving the patient and common man. So they have a service intention. So they are taking that oath. Like that, in any profession, you have some intention, you have some purpose. For legal profession, you have to serve your client. For chartered accountancy, you have to understand your client's problem, you have to give the solution what they are asking for. The existence of ethical code of conduct. Service motive. It's similar to that what the basic motive of the profession is to serve the client's interest by giving service. Like lawyers have to provide justice to the client. Management runs on profit, maximization of goals. If you are a manager in one particular organization, you have some purpose, you have some intention. Management runs on the profit maximization goals. Suppose your organization has some goals, you have to work on that goal. But in order to service in long run, businessmen must give importance to the social objectives along with the economic objectives. So you are following the goals, objectives. It may be social objective or economic objective. So you have to follow that organization, follow that ethic and proper way. So that is service motive. So if you are taking management as a profession, you have to go through and you have to follow the following things. First thing is body of knowledge. We discussed the skills, knowledge part. Second thing is you have to go through an examination, certification, qualification. You don't need to, that entry level is restricted, as I said in the before slide. First thing is body of knowledge, restricted entry. So, and the association, once you are member of an organization, so you'll aware of many things, and that organization is conducting and regulating most of the activities of that profession. Then existence of code of conduct, service motive. These are the activity or rules we one need to follow if the management as a profession, if you take management as a profession. In organization, there are many activities. We discussed this little bit earlier: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. If you are a manager, your role is in many things. You have to plan, you have to organize, you have to staff, you have to direct, and you have to control. So what does each activity means? We'll read it, we'll understand it. But as a manager, you have a role for everything. Suppose you are planning, you have to do a big work. You are planning when to start, where to start, how we can start, and organizing with the worker, who should do what work, where to place the worker. So that is organizing. Staffing means you are recruiting. You are recruiting people for different activities, who can do a managerial role, who can do a paperwork, who can do a physical work. So based on that, you have to do the proper staffing. Directing, you are giving direction for the people for the work. Whatever you plan, whatever you organize and staff. So for all these things, you are giving the direction. Controlling, you are looking at everything if things are working fine or not. नजर रखिया जोड़ा तमे प्रत्येक रिजल्ट देखुछ कामटा ठीक होछि कि नहीं. You are keeping eye on everything. So that means a manager is multitasking, is doing multitasking. For every things they have a role. In today's the uncertain economy, a company needs strong manager to lead its staff towards accomplishing business goals. But managers are more than just leaders. If you are only leaders, it will not suffice. So most of the times you are doing the work in other than the leader. They are problem solver. If you have a problem, you should have a solution. Their problem is a cheerleader. Cheerleader means you can motivate your people. If you are working on a project, say you have so many people under you, you are planning, you are organizing, you are staffing, so you are motivating people so that people can work and listen to you. And planner, you are planning. And managers don't come in one size fits all shapes or forms. What does it mean? Manager don't come in one size. Suppose you have a situation in one organization. In that organization, you have a different situation. Like suppose that organization is going a heavy loss. You are making a heavy loss. So you have to deal differently how you can turn the situation from loss to profit. So that could be not a situation in different companies. Suppose you left that organization, you joined another organization which is running smooth, and you don't have any situation like that, and that is a profit making company. So you have a different situation in that case. And some company, let's say one organization has a lot of problem in outsider, local people. And some company has a problem in recruiting, staffing, or some problem has an issue in acquiring the product, in getting raw material, in purchasing raw material from different vendors. So these are different situations in different companies. So your thought process, your decisions are not common or not same across the organization. One size fits all. So managers are acting differently in different situations. It's not that one rule will work in every company. So that is what is said. All managers don't come in one size fit. So you have different situations. So suppose you think one person can handle this situation. That person is a good fit for your organization. So you have to recruit that person in that position. Managers fulfill many roles and have many different responsibility at each level of management within our organization. You take all this level, planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. In all this level, you have work in different situations, different types of work, and those are done by manager. So if you take management as a profession, there are a lot of things you need to learn, you need to acquire. So that is what we understood. Then we'll understand more on scientific management, different approach, different thought process, what different science, different scientists, psychologists have adopted or given the opinion for different schools of thought will learn. We'll start with the father of scientific management. That will take after a break. We'll take a 5 minutes break. Then we'll join in the same link and we'll understand. We'll read about the father of science, father of scientific management, and what he has said and what he has done. We'll discuss couple of theory. After 5 minutes, we'll join in the same link.